Welcome to Mountain Valley Real Estate, where you get to virtually walk the property with me so you can get a superior boots on the ground feel for the property. You dare to look inside? I'm gonna go with aloe vera, but leave a comment if you know. Anybody want to see inside? Check out the size of these ferns. Huge. We got water there flowing that way, and it's all thick with vegetation. So this is the gate entrance to the property. It is locked at the moment. I'm going to show you the cross-country ditch real quick. It's right over here. There's the ditch. It comes from that direction and it goes that way. Hey Land Squatch, can you give me a boost over this fence? Cool, thanks man. Appreciate that, thank you. Are you looking for a property with a lot of usable ground to it? One with a creek on it and power in the area? Welcome to Mountain Valley Real Estate. I'm John. And there he is, Land Squatch. Together we roam the lands. If you are new here, please watch the video all the way through to help out the channel. I'd really appreciate it. Thank you. Today we have 8.69 acres on Ole Avenue in Manton, California. This is listed at $45,000, and you will need the funds from your bank to purchase this one. This looks like the driveway going in here. I'm trying to walk and talk at the same time without tripping. So yeah, today we will check out the old mobile, the car on the property, the creek, the water ditch, and of course the land itself. Discover this exquisite 8.6 acre parcel out in the beautiful rural setting just south of Shingletown, California, off Highway 44. Shingletown is about 30 minutes roughly from Redding, and Manton is a little bit further, going down this south or hill from Shingletown. The land boasts pretty much flat terrain, making the land extremely usable. There is a creek on the property, an old vehicle, and mobile home of no value. There is also the cross-country ditch meandering through the property, which serves local residences and wineries. Situated at an elevation of just over 2,000 feet. Close by is the Wild Horse Sanctuary and local wine vineyards. Not too far is Lassen National Park for outdoor activities, or Eskimo Hill if you like to slide down snowy slopes. In addition, Burney Falls is a site we're seeing with its 129-foot waterfall and hiking trails. If you are into fly fishing, famous spring-fed Hat Creek, California is the place to go for some of the best trophy trout. This property is about 32 miles from Redding, California. My cell phone is spotty here. The property taxes are just over 1% of the assessed value per year. And as an example, this seller paid just $416 in property taxes for the entire 2025 tax year. The zoning is unclassified zoning that does allow for single family residence. So what is this? Where are we starting out today? That's right, the moon. This is Cabin Trail, where one of the rovers went. Maybe not. What's that? Okay, it's the Big Island. We're starting out on the Big Island in Hawaii. We gotta get all the way over to California. We have to take a flight. Oh, it'll be fun though. We can fly into Sacramento, or you can actually fly into Redding. Either way you want to go. Anyway, we're going to go a little bit east of Redding to a town called Manton, California. You can take Highway 44 to get there and go south. This is the property here. This one's actually currently for sale. And you're going to drive right by it on this road here. Ole! Anyway, that's the name of the road. And you come in right here. This is the property. And there's a creek here. I don't have a name for it. Looks like it borders the property basically. It goes right through here. Looks like it feeds a neighbor's pond. And possibly just runs off into their field. And it keeps going across the road. Looks like it gets smaller. It's a pretty small creek, but with all this vegetation, it sure looks year round. But don't have proof of that, so check out the video in here and you can see what the creek looks like. Big ferns in there. Make up your own mind. But yeah. So anyway, let's get into the action. And it looks like somebody started or was going to start, but didn't quite finish. A couple things here. There is a RV right there. Show you that in a second. But first, got to show you this large cactus. That's pretty cool. And it is sharp. Maybe it's a big aloe vera plant. Leave a comment. Is it aloe vera? Or just a big cactus? I'm gonna go with aloe vera. But leave a comment if you know. Somebody knows. We got a classic here. Maybe a 1980 something. No, I'd say 90. Celica GT. I had one, but it was a 76. This is definitely a lot newer. 80s or 90s. It's got a manual transmission. Wow. Yeah, just buff that out a little bit. Be good to go. Just kidding. We lost our son. All right, so let me show you the RV real quick. That water ditch is right there, which is near us on the dot. It says ideal travel trailer on the top right there. Ideal. Probably was ideal in its time. Ooh, alligator lizard. You guys couldn't see him, but I did. So there's no tires on this thing. There's some plates and yeah, I don't know. Have to scrap that one, I think. All right, sun's back out. Let's take a look at this beastie. So there's no permits for anything, but there's no well or septic on this property anyway. This was, I think, brought here and just sat here. Don't know if it was really used as a residence, that is. Oh, just real quick too, over on the left here, it's a big tank. Looks like water storage. What do you think? Yeah, you think so? No? Ooh. You dare to look inside? Oh, I don't know. No more than 2 inches of water in it. Interesting. Got a little water valve down there. All right, let's go over here. Whoa! Check out this big beastie. Looks like I see plants growing inside. So this is going to be a tear down, haul away type deal. Kind of a goner, I'd say. Looks like this side fell off. Anybody want to see inside? Anyone? Raise your hand. 1, 2, 3. It was almost funny. I know some of you want to see the inside of this thing. Don't know why, but always gonna wonder what it looked like in here if I never look, right? Question is, what's gonna come running out? Yeah. I don't think it's repairable. Well, anything's repairable, but cost-wise. So I saved the best for last. And that would be the creek. There's a creek on this property. Does it have a name? Not that I could find. However, based off the foliage, the extreme foliage in there, and the extreme fern size, I would say, my wild guess says year round. Let me show you that just a second. Some kind of lean-to. This is a big water tank. It's about ready to fall over. I don't know, old oven or something. Yeah, big water tank. Looks like it fell off of its perch. Small water tank. But you got some nice, beautiful property up at the beginning, and this is just really thick with vegetation. And that's where the creek is. Look at this down here. Nice. There's a creek right in with all this vegetation. So, yeah. Let me show that to you now. Check out the size of these ferns. Here's my hand. They're huge. All around this water right here, going that direction. It's flowing pretty good. I'm sure you can hear it too. But don't know the name of this creek, but I'm just gonna guess it's year round just because of all this growth in here. And it's just, there's more ferns over there that are 6 feet tall. Those ones right there. So anyway, no proof it's year round, but sure is a good sign. All right, I got to the creek frontage, basically. I'm standing in it, basically. Looks pretty crisp. Still a bunch of ferns everywhere. That's poison oak in the center. Not my favorite, but yeah, it's coming through that thickness there. And then going over here. Pretty good flow right here. going that way and then disappears into the vegetation again. It's going to be some good eating with the blackberries in the summer. So yeah, I was able to find a spot to get down in there. Wasn't too easy, but after searching for a while, I found a spot to get in, because this is just blackberry heaven and way too thick to get in there without some kind of trimming going on. But way down there's a spot. Some poison oak, but not bad. You can just trim that at back if you want to get in there where the water is. Lots of animals around here, animal trails, deer. So leave a comment if you think that creek is year-round, based off of everything you've seen, you know, the foliage basically around that creek, especially those ferns. I think those require a lot of water. Let me show you the last part of the property. We didn't walk it yet. Looks like a small fenced-in area right there. Maybe for some animals. A couple of land squatches will fit in there. So yeah, all this good stuff comes with the property. If you want to sell like a GT, this is the time. So this is beautiful over here. Look at this. How can you not fall in love with that? Delish. Some big mountain ranges over there. Doesn't do it justice, but it's incredible. Very mountainous out here. The views are awesome. The creek, that's the ticket. Is that year round? Leave a comment. What do you think? Like I said, I don't have a name for it, but with all that brush, kind of the way I'm leaning. Some pretty good privacy out here. There's a neighbor over that way. Hard to see though, so that's kind of cool. Got a lot of usable land out here. And if you ever, you know, burn your hand or something on the stove, you can always grab a little bit of this guy, assuming I was correct. But if that one ever dies, you've got 3 more over here. Aloe vera to the rescue. Maybe we can make some products, some aloe vera ointments. Aloe vera cologne? No. Aloe vera perfume? No. Well, you get the idea. You come up with something. Well, if you want a creekfront property, usable land, something to consider. All right. Well, if you like this property, you can check out that one or this one over here. I look forward to seeing you on the next video tour. Have a good one.